Thokozani, I am Pobadimu, the advocate of Idlozi, and I welcome you to my channel. Thank you so much for choosing to view this video. Well, I welcome you back, and it's good to be back myself. The sun is out, it's a new month, and the glow is obviously popping. So I'm excited to embark on this new beginning or the new chapter because I did take some time off just to reconnect with thyself, and re-find myself, especially when it comes to the spiritual work around this channel. For a long time I was feeling unmotivated, not necessarily unmotivated, but the fire, the passion, was slowly, igniting out. Reason being, I felt everything was being overdone, and I was complaining to that about Amandus and saying, yeah, but when it comes to the type of things, we've overdone these things, and I don't want to be that sangoma. I don't want to be that sangoma. I'm not hungry for creating a name for myself. I am hungry to teach, and expand the knowledge of an African, an African child, or rather anyone else for that matter that is interested in our African spirituality. I was like, I'm over, teaching about Izinto Sangoma and anything else. We are there in it, whatever you choose to call it. We might be cursed for it. We might be, smeared and be told that we're in a cult, whatever it is. We drink gold blood, we drink red blood, we drink cow blood. But at the end of the day, I'm so tired of those channels. I'm so tired of those topics of more like blue, more like red. So I was like, no, I want the channel to take a new direction. I feel this chapter, or rather the syllabus that you've given me, I've executed to my best abilities, so we need to keep it moving. So I think that Lozi's heard me, because right now I the channel is going to take a new direction, not a different one, but a new direction, because it is a new beginning for us. So I'm excited because the stationery has been delivered, the new textbooks have been delivered, so I'm ready to unpack this new syllabus to you and help you move forward in terms of your lives and your journeys, and just generally as an African child, or anyone for that matter that is interested in our African spirituality, to understand better, to be open-minded, to be like, don't worry, I'm not confused. I got the advocate on my speed dial. So I want to be that. I want to be that sangoma. I'm thinking out of the Ndumba. I'm thinking out of that. So I want to be your best friend when it comes to your spiritual concerns, not to feel as though you're limited to certain things. So that's where we're at, and I'm excited about it, although to some extreme length. The practicalities when it comes to this new syllabus, it's going to be a bit of taxing for me, but it's a risk definitely that I am willing to take, because this channel was first a hobby for me when I started it, but now it has become more of a passion for me, and something that is embedded in my DNA, that I have a class, I have an institution that I run on my YouTube channel, and every time I see a DM or an email telling me that, Gogo, it is because of your channel that I'm where I am in life, to me that means so much, because it means that yazini, I'm doing the work that needs to be done. I'm actually, a day doesn't go by and someone doesn't come across this face. A day doesn't go by and someone doesn't come across a video of mine or listen to my boring voice, but they engage and learn from that. It's not, I know how boring it is, because I was one of those people. You click on these videos and by 5 minutes you're bored. My concentration span, Mina, is very limited. So if by you like I get bored. So I was like, I wonder how is the reception going to be. So, but if you can sit here and listen to me for like 20-30 minutes and not get bored, well, it's not just, you watching this video, but it's a divine meeting that we had to make. So if in case you haven't, please subscribe to my channel and also click on the notification button, and also follow me on Instagram. I am Mpobadimo. Well, moving to life update. Not much has been happening around me. I have a very boring life, guys. If it's not work, it's being a mom. If it's not being a mom, and it's etc. Wow. So there's not much that's been happening around me, but I got locked out of my Gmail account, so I couldn't access my YouTube channel. I couldn't do anything. So literally, I was watching my YouTube channel from outside the fence. I couldn't access it throughout the long weekend. And the reason around that was because my old cell number was linked to that account. So now every time that I'm locked out, those details are being sent to that account, and I no longer use that number. So it was a bit of a hassle for me. I was praying in tongues, I was rabakashanding throughout the whole weekend and hoping that I find my way back. Basically, give up, guys, and thinking that maybe I will have to create a new channel. But like, how am I going to get to 17,000 subscribers overnight? Because people are now used to this channel. Imagine having another property channel, and I need to start over, register on YouTube AdSense, and wait for this pin so I can put it and send my tax information for it to go be evaluated, and then I wait, and then it comes back, and I was just not ready for that admin. But anyway, so my tongues were heard, my strong French tongues were heard. And then, I got an email on Monday saying that, no, you can use your current account to retrieve that old account. So boohoo! So I was excited. I went back, I changed things and updated the numbers so that I never ever am experiencing such a problem, because all my accounts are linked, all my social media accounts are linked. So it was just crazy. For a moment, I thought, what would Mpo be without YouTube? And what would YouTube without, I was just thinking about a lot of things. I kept on coming and visiting my channel, and when it's 17,000. So it was those crazy times. But anyway, so October came and went, and I was working and all of that, although towards the end I know it was cleansing and all of that. So cleansing was suspended because of the weather just took a turn for the worse. So I would say I would never take wabantu ngiyomfaka emanzini likhithikile linetha, because I cannot put your health at risk or my health at risk or your safety at risk in the name of no, we cannot do that to ourselves. Like, sometimes I feel good, sometimes if I extreme we are human. Because there has been someone that it was through winter times, and they literally fell sick. Pneumonia. What was hypothermia, because after the cleansing and got into a hot shower, and after that, the following morning she was admitted in a hospital. They said she has pneumonia because the water was freezing cold. So I always say to people that I always give instruction that if you're going to come for cleansings, make sure that at least by sunset, after sunset, your body temperature would have adjusted. Take a normal bath with warm water. Do not use cold or too hot water. So I know that if you were like in the water, and I also myself, I don't come back and quickly rush and steam. I come back and chill. I wait for my temperature to adjust to myself, and then only then I can engage in such activities. So, but it's one of those things. So Nami, I was not like, Mangulala, no one is going to come to hospital and come see me, or when my bag is pugile, because so I was like, no, it is very bad weather, and what if and Umnigatwamandi is having cocktail by the side of the water? What happens then? What happens? Maybe you vanish, you disappear. So I also need to be logical of those things and think. So I always, would prefer that if such scenarios happen, especially around cleansings, I had a good weather, a neutral weather. It does not necessarily have to be hot, it does not necessarily have to be cold, but we need to be accommodative, because angfunu ugule in the name of fixing your life. You need to go there, enjoy your cleansing, and know why you're there, around that. So cleansings around that were postponed, and we had to move them to this new month. So there's a lot that's going to be happening, because we're almost closer to the year. So because it's November, December, there's going to be a lot of things that are happening, but we'll try to squeeze as much as those. But thank God for the lovely clientele that is there. They kind of understood and cool, we'll move it, Natty, we see. But miraculously on Saturday the weather was okay, but although around the cleansing times it was just bad. So I'm grateful it didn't happen, so we keep it moving. So in terms of work, nothing has changed. Everything is usual as how you know it. Just that well, I wanted to speak about this whole thing of this refund system. Well, that has come to a halt, or rather an end. Why I say that? Disclaimer. you need to be really sure. Like I always say, the reason I say to people that if you're gonna go to someone and go to consult or whatever services you are seeking, you always need to speak to your people first, or be sure spiritually that you have been led to that particular person. Because I always say, people that are gonna come and book for a session and then jiggy they don't make it to the session, or they cancel the session and then they require a refund, those people were not directed, or rather sent to come to my light, or rather whatever the case might be. Labo bantu labo bahambe bandinda, so when they feel like they can't get this from her, bayangala, and then they say, I've had a client that booked with me, I think around March, and only got an appointment with me in August. Imagine. And she was like, no, Gogo, I understood that it is divine appointment. If it was meant to happen, it was going to happen. So I was not faced. So there was also the electricity problem, guys. It affects a lot of things, especially when it comes to virtual consultations. Like, it's just a mess. But well, the whole notion around this is that uma uzobhuka for uconsulta noma insebenzo emntwini othileni, yekani ukudelela imsamo yabantu, because the thing is now, imali you might be transferring it electronically, but angithi mayifika kimi ngiyayikhipha ngiyikhulumele ngiyibeke ebantwini abadala as that, indibaniso noma inkanyiso between your ancestors accessing my ancestors data. So jiggy, you like, no, I don't want to consult and you want a refund. I need to take that money and give it back to you. You don't just, you understand that? So I've even had instances where someone said I bewitched them because they said that they went to someone and they told them that the money I gave them was now taking all their money. It's not me, guys. It's not me. That's why I need to, if you're gonna come and consult, know that you're coming to consult and vele usuguthunyelwe kimi spiritually to avoid lama situation. Because uma usufune refund udelela umsamo abantu, this is not, I'm not a doctor in a surgery or at Pick and Pay where you can go there and say, today I was that day bengikwatile ngicela ngiphe refund, I no longer feel like consulting. It's not like that. Into qala uma uwenza lokho kuyafana nokuthi fuze uhlawulele elakhe idlozi noma wena uhlambulule edlozini lakho, because you already prepared your ancestors wabatshela ukuthi now umsami engifuna impilo kuwo. So because wena it's telling you otherwise, you decide to like, no, let's cancel this thing, kuba indelelo leyo. And secondly, kuyakubangela inkinga because imali ekhunyulelwe yazini ngizoba right, imali that was spoken unto iba yinkinga when it is now being sent back to you, because your ancestors gave you that money out of access ukuthi uhambe uyothola usizo, right? So you don't go and get that help and you require that refund, preferably Lord knows to buy groceries or buy electricity, and I can refund you back 10,000 and you won't even see what you're doing it injalo veli man. So ningazifakeli inkinga noma amanzi asemsele, imali yemsamo and iyahloniphiwa. Wazi ukuthi mawufaka inkanyiso yakho, yes, you might be depositing it into FNB, but usuke uthumela inkanyiso yakho ezobe iyamkelwa ukuze uzothola umsebenzi wangalelo ngalelo. So now if you are causing this whole type of miscommunication and confusion, it ends up being a problem for you. And if there's a problem around those financial situation, or every time you feel you need to consult moving forward, there's never a way around that, or ancestors block messages for you, or the likes of the matter. So it can be a lot of things. That is why you cannot even, it's iyafana like njengemali yomsebenzi, you cannot take that money and use it for other things and say, no, I'm postponing it. Once you booked for that thing, book for that thing, and there is no refund. I'd rather say, if you had whatever it is with me and you prefer otherwise, or you if it's 2,000 rand, well, we can use that 2,000 rand amongst my services. Ungathatha amabhayi 2,000, ungaconsulta for that amount of money, bring your family, whatever there is. But imali eguqelwe yaphahlelwa and all of those things, it is a very tricky situation. I think we are unschooled when it comes to that, or rather we lack as much knowledge, and inkanyiso iyahlonipha because it is that, once izinto zaye emntwini it's done deal for you. It's done deal. So that allows the bridge of communication between you and your ancestors and whatever it is. But I just feel good. So sometimes people can be disrespectful or disregard the fact that this is the type of work you do, and they can come and shop, whatever the case might be. So in those regard, I always say, if there were instances of someone that says, Gogo, I want a refund, I tell my assistant, block them. Block those people. Don't block them. Why? They're going to come back tomorrow and say they want to consult. Why? You had an opportunity. It was that time that was set between you and I. So you want to come back again. You know, so we block those people. So if those situations happen, but moving forward, such situations will never happen, because I have made that decision that, you know what, I'm no longer going to be that person. I am going to respect my work, and I'm going to respect the work I put into my name, and I'm a Luzami, because you're not only disrespecting me. It's not even about the financial aspect of it, but it's about the spiritual link behind that, because we become too modern, and isn't that we just forgetting the inclination around that. So I understand people are far, one might argue and say, yeah, it's these virtual things, blah blah blah, but in this case of respect a virtual consultation like you were having a face-to-face session, because you wouldn't go into someone's Zumba and consult and then say, I want a refund, or go there and say, you know, you would have thought the whole process through. So it also comes back to this whole thing that I'm speaking about. So let us be cognizant of that and think like, you know, people that have been brought up in good homes, you know, and not be disrespectful because we can. I might be looking like, you know, your 30th century sangoma, but the work and the ethic behind umsebenzi ongwenzayo hasn't changed whatsoever. It still remains is, you know. So ungazibangela inkinga noma uzibangela amashwa ngenxa yokuthi uyangala, or whatever the case might be. And like I say, you forget that there's so many of you, but be grateful when you book a session and you're able to get one with me. We will never disappear into thin air. For as long as this YouTube channel exists, you can find me here anywhere, anyhow. So it has been around that. And in terms of the virtual consultation, you Batung, that one, well, virtual consultation, I love them because sometimes I don't want to be around people, so it helps a lot in terms of my work. So you find a person is having a consultation, and in the background and the friend and the other friend, and you don't have to tell me, but I've been doing this for over 5 years now plus, because even before that, so I pick up energies around you. But because you decided to involve other people in your session, I end up picking up on their energies, and you'd hear me asking, like, it becomes a very contradicting thing. Sometimes they like, you know, it becomes annoying. So I always say, respect in tolo, as though you would respect it as though I am here with you. You know, it is a private session. Don't have any distractions around you. No family, friends, or bangani in a consultation. Because it's a deep and sacred situation that is going on there. You know, so now if you're gonna invite your friends, yeah, I'm busy there working. Yeah. It was very disrespectful. I was like, you know, these are sometimes the reasons that I feel that sometimes I'm handman by a most. So can we respect our sessions as that? If you're going to be outside, make sure that's not going to be distractions. They were driving. I was like, but why? But why though? You know, if you're going to be in a car, make sure that wherever you are, that, you know, it has gotten to a point where I was like, you know what? I was telling myself that, you know what? Rather tell them to be at home. Or you know what? Because this is getting too much. It's getting too much. It's coming to a point whereby I get a consultant to I do to go chicken lick in ajadi wings, you know. And another thing that I wanted to pass on is that I might be cool and all, but never forget, when you come to consult or whatever the case be, it is Togozago. You know, it is so humbling seeing abantu abadala, abomama coming inside my nduba and acknowledging and saying Togozago. But you find these 22,000, these 20 something year olds. Hi Mpo. I always say this, that mang 17, I am Gogo. You call me Gogo. Gogo, mang 17. But outside of Indumbo, you can be comfortable. I'm probably, it's chilled. I don't have any, grudges around that. So if you're gonna be accessing umsebenzi wami, whether you're gonna reach out to WhatsApp or send a message, whatever the case might be, know that the magic word is Gogo. You are accessing me for those situations. But if easy, then you understand. So abo hi Mpho, umuntu I'm consulting, ngithi Thokozani Gogo, and she's like hi. I'm like Thokozani, and she's like hi. I feel, don't come consult if maybe I'm tired, but you're consulting because your friend was brought to you, or you have attitude problems, or whatever the case might be. I'm always in good spirits. So the minute I get off this, I'm like this, and I say, now it's your appointment, Thokozani Gogo, how are you? And you office already, you're giving me that thing. I do at some point give consultation. Need mask. You know how annoying that is. But shy, and they are gonna give it 15 minutes. Goodbye. Because you're not giving me that. You're not being warm. I'm a warm person. I'm a warm person. But if you're gonna be cold, I'm feeling way ice big. So don't be that person. Just know that you're coming there for a spiritual, consultation. And the type of person your consulta guye, always have that in mind. Ukuthi your consultant so, umpho badimo, ugogo sparapara, ugogo zbanban, so that you also adjust nawe. Don't come here with guys, come on. So it is one of those things that are there, but other than that, it's work as normal. So the November calendar is up, and the dates that are available for consultations are there, and walk-in sessions are there. Yes, anything else, our line hasn't changed. It's still the same. And the work continues. But I cannot complain much. I'm so happy of everything around. But I was like, I will not be anything. But amongst everything else, I'd love to wish you all a beautiful month ahead, a month filled with new horizons and new beginnings for yourselves, because it is another, clean slate of 30 plus pages, or 30, and we can always rewrite, our destinies. So let us do best. So other than that, I needed to come through and just shine some light in your life and tell you that you are loved and you are missed. And I'll be definitely around these YouTube streets. And thank you so much for the continuous love that you continue to show to the page. I see the comments that you leave here even when I'm not here. So I appreciate all of that. But thank you so much. So I will be back with more content. So stay tuned. If you still haven't done the right thing, make sure that you tell your loved ones, those you care about, to subscribe to the channel and leave your comments down below. And have that notification button on so that you know when I uploaded something, because even now, like when I said we're gonna change things up, I can upload at any time. So as soon as you have that notification button on, you are covered, you are cool and collected. So we're still growing in numbers, 17,200 and counting. So the goal is 20K. Right now we are on the road to 20K, so I know we can do it. Yes, we can. So thank you so much for coming through. I am Probadimu, the advocate of Ilozi. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I will